Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on my drama channel. So I figured I'd talk about a recent, so-called prank. Well, I can't really call it a prank, but a recent, stunt by a YouTuber, harassing another person for YouTube content, calling it a prank, when it's not really a prank, it's more like harassment. So basically he's harassing another person, and basically the other guy shot him and injured him, you know. Now, I'm kind of torn on this, but I personally do not feel any sympathy for this guy who was pulling the prank, because I think pranksters are just cringe. They're overrated, honestly. Honestly, pranksters, I feel no sympathy for pranksters, but the shooting was a bit extreme. I'll admit that. It definitely was a bit out of line. It was extreme. But then again, this guy was harassing him, so it was for a reason. I'm just saying. But anyway, Optimus dropped a video talking about this. Man gets away with shooting YouTuber in self-defense. Let's watch it then. I apologize for not uploading many videos earlier. I was just sick with COVID, so I was obviously sick. I was obviously not in the right state of mind to make videos, but now I'm totally fine, so...
Whoa, Steve, what's up? Alright, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're going to be talking about a pretty insane situation that truthfully I feel like I kind of called happening. Now, this actually all took place earlier this year, but the court case, like the legal situation surrounding it...
Yeah, here it is, the description. A YouTube prankster who was shot in a Virginia mall earlier this year is still alive and making content for being shot in self-defense. Well, if that's not being dumb, delusional, and just being risky, I don't know what is. You would think after being shot, you would take a break at the very least, rather than go to this extreme, but this guy isn't getting the hint, so let's continue.
It actually was just settled in the last few days. And according to the jury here, man, this guy is actually completely innocent in this whole situation. But to give you the basics of it here real quick, essentially a jury has just acquitted a guy in, I believe it is Virginia, if I'm correct here. This all took place at the Town Center, which is like a shopping mall. This was in Virginia, and this all happened in April. Basically, a YouTube prankster was going around in the mall food court and was just harassing people like a lot of YouTube pranksters do these days. He got in this guy's face while he was walking with food.
Exactly the reason why people dislike pranksters. You want to know why people look down on pranksters and think they're annoying? Here you go. Just some random person in the mall just enjoying himself in the mall, just, probably buying something, probably eating some food in the food court, and some guy is just coming up to him and harassing him for no reason other than the fact just wants to make YouTube content. There are other ways to make YouTube content. This doesn't have to be one of them. Like, harassing people should not be a way to make content on YouTube. Like, it's ridiculous, honestly.
He starts playing obscene shit through the phone. He's standing over the guy. The guy tries to walk away, tries to push the phone away. The YouTube prankster continues following him, standing over him, walking with him, just kind of fucking with him, trying to get a reaction out of him. And the guy who's getting pranked ends up pulling out a pistol and shoots the YouTuber right in center mass pretty...
Honestly, he was provoked. I'm just saying, he was provoked into doing that. Like, let's be real. The prankster is not innocent in the slightest.
Much, I think, right in his chest or stomach, and drops him with a shot, and he was just found not guilty for shooting this guy in the mall in what's being claimed as self-defense. Now, the interesting part of this, honestly, is the YouTuber actually didn't die. I mean, he was shot at point-blank range, and he actually ended up surviving the gunshot.
If I was shot and I survived, I would be thankful a million times over. YouTube content would be the last thing on my mind if this happened to me. I'm just saying. You don't just get shot and then go back to making YouTube videos and doing the same exact thing after getting shot. That means you didn't learn your lesson if that happens. If you get shot for doing something like this, you would definitely take a break from this content, just not do it again, Like, there are other ways to make content, and this is just too risky. Provoking people is the last thing you should be doing when making content, so He didn't learn his lesson. It's pretty obvious here.
Still making YouTube videos, which is just honestly to me insane. I don't know what kind of videos he...
Agreed. Absolutely insane. Like, it's ridiculous. If you get shot, just stop making content like that. That's simple.
He's making, but if he's going around doing the same shit still, even after getting shot right at point fucking blank in the mall, like, not only is that just completely stupid and just ridiculous. I don't even know how else to put it. That's just stupid and ridiculous, but it's also, in my opinion, pretty unwarranted. I mean, this shit is not funny. It's not content. We'll talk about that, of course. So, a jury on Thursday found a delivery driver not guilty in the shooting of a YouTube prankster who followed him around a mall food court earlier this year. Alan Colley, 31, was acquitted of aggravated malicious wounding in the shooting of Tanner Cook, 21, who runs the Classified Goons YouTube channel.
Yeah, let me look up that channel. Classified Goons YouTube channel. You know, before this happened, I never heard about this channel before. You know, so I never heard about this channel at all. But let me look up their channel and see what kind of content they make. Let me see. Classified Goons.
For the first time, we're here.
Okay, let me see. I got shot. This is how it happened. Fake vomiting on Uber drivers. Yeah, so this is clearly just trying to harass and provoke people. Asking strangers to watch their tone prank. Yeah, it's just harassment. Taking brackets from tennis players prank. Harassment. Asking strangers to play Naked Twister prank. Trolling Eagles fans in Super Bowl 57. Yeah, this is clearly harassment. Stealing beds from mattress stores prank. Detained at the airport. Wild fake magician prank. Yeah, so this is all just basically harassing people. Prank channels are honestly just cringe in my opinion. Cringy, just, you know, not really enjoyable content in my opinion at least, but that's just me. Fake golf instructor prank. Sitting at strangers' dinner tables prank. Fake mall security prank. Breaking stores items in front of workers prank. Cutting line to Washington State Fair. Okay, let me just look up his last video. Yeah, wild fake magician prank. Let me see the comments.
He's with you? He's with you.
Okay, let me see. Comments. Yeah, the comments are going to be interesting. Okay, let me see. This guy, Connor O'Neill. You deserve what you got. Hopefully the next person that you push too far aims a little higher. Okay, well, I mean, I wouldn't wish death upon him personally, but, I mean, let's be real. This guy was asking for something. Maybe getting shot was extreme, but come on, he was just asking to get for a reaction at the way he was acting. Every prank video he makes after the incident is further proof the verdict was justified. Okay, yeah, I can't really fault them for that. I'm just waiting till he gets blue eyes. One blue one way, the other blue that way. And a laughing emoji. Can we get more audio of you sobbing on the ground? Was the funniest content ever associated with you? Well, can't say I disagree. Women are so sensitive these days. Okay, let me see, Clearly Tanner is the fatherless one. He can't respect people's boundaries. He is not a prankster, he's a glorified bully. Yeah, it's obviously harassment. It's not pranking people. Pranking people is when everybody gets a laugh. This is not a prank, this is just harassment. The lack of self-awareness is mind-boggling. How does this guy even make it far in life? I would love to see you continue doing pranks because it's just a matter of time and you get what you deserved. Yeah, it's a bit too much, but I mean, he was asking for something, so I can't really fault the other guy, Alan Coley, for what he did, seeing that this guy was provoking him in the first place. So, yeah, make it how far? From my standpoint, he's no one and nothing. We live in a world where being a man in society is entertainment, and that's apparently all he's good at. I'm sure he's disappointed a lot of people. Yeah, well, can't say I blame you for feeling that way. I would love to see you continue doing the pranks. It's just a matter of time and you get what you deserved. I'm sorry to hear that you survived. His father was defending him, shows how he was raised. Pathetic, entitled bride that's never thought accountability, responsibility, and simply the meaning of integrity. Next time won't be so lucky. This dude got a second chance. This is what he does. Not wishing anything bad on you, but you're asking for it to happen again. Absolutely. The fact that he didn't even learn anything from the accident is honestly insane. Our generation is effed. Can you do more pranks and arm people? Those are my favorite. Yeah, so this guy is not learning his lesson after what he did. He would probably stop making videos and just focus on something else at the very least, like make other content that isn't pranking people. I'm just saying.
The jury was split, though, on 2 lesser firearms counts and decided to convict him on one and acquit him on the other. The April 2nd shooting at the food court in Doylestown Center, about 45 minutes west of the nation's capital, sets off Iver, baby. It's a food delivery service.
Yeah, it's an awful situation for everybody involved, but let's be real. This prankster had something coming. He should have known that harassing people would lead to some of them getting provoked. I mean, he was just provoking people to begin with, so he can't really complain about getting shot. While it's awful, make no mistake, he should be thankful to have survived and just simply stop making this kind of content. It's just ridiculous, honestly. Like, harassing people for this is not fun, entertaining content for anybody, honestly. Like, no one enjoys this content except for children.
Panic as
Yeah, no one enjoys this content except for children. It's just ridiculous.
shoppers fled what they feared to be a mass shooting. All right, so
Can't say I blame him because America has a massive gun problem, so that's not really a surprise.
obviously I can't play the unaltered footage or anything for you guys of the shooting. I pretty much described to you already what happens. I mean, the guy's in a food court with food. He's trying to walk.
Yeah, Moist Critical has a video of what happened. He doesn't show the actual shooting, but he shows Cook harassing Collie, pointing the phone in his face and saying whatever he was saying, and Coley telling him to stop, and then Coley pulled out the gun, and that's where the clip ends.
Walk away, this YouTube prankster comes up to him, is standing over him, playing shit right in his face, trying to prank him, quote unquote, for YouTube reactions, like trying to get a big reaction out of this guy for a video. And
oh, that's my mom.
I guess you could say, arguably, he got exactly what he fucking asked for, because, I mean, he was literally looking for the most insane reaction he could possibly get, right? Like, he was trying to maximize the quote-unquote entertainment value, aka he was trying to get someone to cuss him out or beat the shit out of him, whatever it is for content. And instead of any of that, dude skipped all that shit past go and went straight to shooting him point blank in the fucking chest with a handgun in the mall food court. And of course, the unfortunate reality is, in America, right, like, the public, it's not, like, really super dangerous, but, like, there's always that really small, minute risk, right, of, like, a fucking crazy shooting like that happening, where some dude comes in the mall food court with his gun and starts mowing people down, right? So people start panicking, freaking out, right? Now, the jury ended up acquitting him due to the self-defense argument. So basically, the dude who shot the YouTube prankster claimed that he was being menaced, he didn't realize whether or not his life was in danger, he felt threatened by the whole encounter, and he used pretty much lethal force that didn't turn out to be lethal to try and stop what he thought was essentially like a threat to his life or his...
Understandable. I mean, the guy was literally harassing him, so of course it's obviously a threat. So I can't really fault Coley for, acting to defend himself. Can't really fault him there. But that's just my opinion.
Safety, right? So Coley pleaded not guilty and said he was acting in self-defense.
Agreed.
The verdict came Thursday after about 5 hours of deliberation. 3 hours in, the jury sent out a note saying that it was, quote, divided in terms of whether the defendant acted in self-defense. Loudoun County Circuit Court Judge Matthew Snow called the jury back into the courtroom around 3:30 p.m. and urged them to continue deliberations. A standard admonition given to juries to indicate they are deadlocked. The jury then delivered its verdicts at the end of the day. Coley's defense attorney, Adam Poyard, said the conviction on the firearms charge is inconsistent with the law, given Coley's acquittal on self-defense grounds. He asked the judge to set aside the conviction. A judge will hear arguments on that issue at a hearing next month. Coley, who has been in custody since his April arrest, will remain incarcerated. Poyard said that during Thursday's closing arguments, his client felt menaced by the 6'5" Cook during the confrontation, which was designed to provoke a reaction and to draw viewers to Cook's YouTube channel.
Exactly what I've been saying. He was trying to provoke people, he was trying to harass people, instigate people, antagonize people. I mean, that's the whole point of his content, to antagonize people and to get reactions out of them. Clearly, he was doing it for content and to get reactions. That was the whole point of what he was doing. So clearly, he was provoking people. I mean, Coley was just defending himself.
Cook, Poyard said, is, quote, trying to confuse people to post videos. He's not worried that he's scaring people. he keeps doing this. Now, here in the United States, you are innocent until proven guilty. I know that we in society have very oftentimes forgotten that very simple truth. So the defendant in this case got to make his argument. He made the argument of self-defense. He said that he felt threatened, he felt menaced, and that the fact that this guy was recording YouTube content that basically encouraged an insane reaction, he felt justified in defending himself with his fine.
Yeah, so basically the whole point of what I've been saying here is that this guy, while doing that, what he did was a bit extreme. I can't really fault him here because, to be fair, Cook was asking for it. He was provoking him in the first place with his content, and not just him, but provoking other people that were in his videos. You know, harassing them when they didn't want to be filmed, and provoking them when they didn't want to be involved in his content. So clearly, you know, he was asking for something. So it seems justified in my opinion. But yeah, take care, everybody. Part 1 of my drama video.